All right, here we are at rainy El Paso.
254, thank you. Track 254, flying heading 150, vectors for approach. 150, vectors for approach, cruise track 254.
Thank you for your attention, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be giving the call for takeoff. Re-entry your flight to look directly overhead. Not to direct flight.
Walker 380, contact center 128.72, look at your higher.
Alrighty. We are at El Paso. Elevation 3.
Walker 380, scale center contact 310.
We are at Bravo 3, so we need to be close to that GPS coordinate.
Cruise track 254, comment change 4,000. 4,000, cruise track 254.
Alright, so let's get this coordinate punched in. So we're good till 6 September on the Eric, so we're going to init. We are going to Tucson today. Paso to Tucson. Like I said, we're at Bravo 3, 31, 48, 0, 106, 23. It's close enough to 7, so we'll go with that. So we'll bring this down to a 0. Bring this down to a 7. So now everything is matching and all good to go. All align. And our temperature is 21. So that's aligning. We'll get our flight plan all squared away. Paso, Tucson, taking full passenger load here. Plane runway 4 and 11 left. .3015. Information Papa is current, and we'll plan departing runway 4, light rain 020 at 16. Alright. Landing 11s. Flight plan. Jocks 2 for runway 4. Yeah, we don't need an alternate. 28,000. I don't believe this airport is CPD, LC, well, nope, just PDC. As you can see here, There's no CPDLC, only PDC, so we can't check that box. So we'll do voice clearance. Flight plan on file. So we're parked here at the terminal. Plan to taxi to runway 4, 12,000 feet of runway. If we were going to do runway 8 or any other runway really, we would use the Atkins 5 departure, but since we're requesting 4, we'll use this one. Tail key transition. Do not exceed 230 until passing 6,400. Use turbojet aircraft only. Alright, all good. This is our arrival into Tucson until there's some remnants of that tropical storm that we're flying out of and dealing with here. And we're going to land on 11 left using this RMP approach, which has minimums 400 radar, no clouds, so no problem. And you pretty much see the weather, but let me see if there's any icing. I don't think there will be, but don't know. No, I guess there is. Let's see, where is this located? A lot of it then, huh? We got any ice, so we'll just keep an eye on icing from this storm. Otherwise, good to go. Flight plans on file. I'll brief more detail the approaches and such when we get there. So back to the airplane. Our batteries charge here. Got the arrows. It's all good to go as far as that's concerned. We can check our FADIC by turning these on. Check our oil. Nitro is good. Okay.
Creek track 254, turn left, heading 260.
Left 260, crew track 254.
Those guys to drive away.
Block 380, descend upon discretion, maintains level 240. And advise leaving 310. final approach for flight heading 250. Maintain 4,000 until established on the localizer.
You have information, Papa.
Practice approach approved, no separation required.
El Paso International Airport. Aegis information, Papa. 1751 Zulu. Wind 010 at 16. Visibility 10. Light rain. Few clouds at 1,400. 3,200 scattered. Ceiling 4,500 overcast. Temperature 22. Dew point 17. Altimeter 3015. Arriving and departing runways 8 left, 8 right, 4. Visual approaches in use. RNP approaches available upon request. VFR departures, contact clearance livery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Papa.
Alright, we are good with Papa. The elevation is 3,900, so we are squared away there. Let's get our clearance.
Career track 254, report cancellation of IFR missed on this frequency. Change to advise frequency approved.
Report IFR canceled and missed on this frequency. Crew track 254.
Career track 254, just disregard that actually. Frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved. Crew track 254. Thanks for your help.
Career track 254, thanks for the patience.
Alright, I need to dial in the right frequency for starters, so let's go 125.0. That will be our clearance. And ground is 0.9er, so we're actually set on ground there. Afternoon, El Paso. Clearance, Allegiant 383 at the terminal with Papa, IFR Tucson.
Verified call sign was Allegiant 383?
Affirmative, Allegiant 383.
Allegiant 383, El Paso clearance, you're cleared to Tucson Airport via Jaycox 2 departure, Telsey transition, then is filed. Climb via SID, except maintain 17,000, expect flight level 28010 minutes after. Departure frequency is 119.15 and squawk 3627.
Cleared to Tucson via Jaycox 2 departure, Telkey transition, then is filed. Might be the SID, except maintain 17,000. Expect flight level 280 in 10 minutes. Departure 119.15, squawk 3627, Allegiant 383.
Allegiant 383, you're back correct.
Alright, so we got as filed, so we'll switch to ground, and tower is 18.3. Alright.
Walker 380, Salt Lake Center, Roger.
Etsu, flight plan in it. Come back over here. The plane will load with the appropriate fuel and people. So Tropa today, 541. That's right. Temperature is actually closer to 26. Departure for Jaycox, Telkey, insert, and I'm going to plan the 11 left RNAV Yankee via Zuno 1, starting at Sand on the approach, and the approach starts at Zuna, so I don't need a transition, so to insert, so we go straight from Telkey to Zuna, that's correct. Insert init wind request. Alright. Weights are 63 even. Taking off El
Blocker
Paso
380, contact the
4.
center 133.25. Salt Lake landing south.
2500 there. The approach MDA is 2947.
Block 380, Salt Lake Center, roger. Just correction, cross bear at and maintain 16,000.
All loaded up. So
altimeter is 3015.
winds 020. At 14. Temperature is now 20. And looking at 1021. So 0, 20, 14. Contaminated dry. I don't know how to do that. I'm gonna do flex and I'll just change it here. So we're looking at 147 and 149 and flex 70 or 68. So put 68 there, otherwise everything is golden. Do El Paso, second ILS. Actually, I probably would want to do runway localizer 4, Novia, $30.15. Temperatures 20. 020, 14, and the localizer minimums is 400 radar. So we have that set up for if we need to come back for whatever reason. We got 30 minutes extra fuel in case we need to make a stand-up pattern or something. So, all good. Climb via, but maintain 17.
Grounded cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready. Grounded cockpit, toes driving up.
A car is logged in here.
Block 380, contact Salt Lake approach 135.5.
Okay, all doors hatches are closed. We're ready to connect.
16,000 at there with Charlie for the ILS 161.
Rocket 380, Salt Lake approach, copy. Descend via the Skis 5 arrival. And you can expect to...
We'll expect that in the Sandy with T5, Walker, okay.
Behind the wings and 2 exit doors in the back. All exits have evacuation signs used in emergency. When directed to exit, jump onto the sign, move away from the airplane.
So connected, bypass pin inserted. Release the parking brake.
The signs in front and back of the airplane can be detached and used for flotation. All exits are closed off with signs and opening instructions. If needed, exits out flying in the aisle.
Boeing clearance, Jet 569, looking for clearance to John Wayne with Charlie.
In the event of an emergency, do not be running and proceed to the closest useful exit. If needed, oxygen mask will drop from the overhead compartment.
Last aircraft, can you say your call time one more time?
Mr. Jet 569.
Victor Jet 569, roger.
Starting pushback, go ahead and start the engines.
Destination airport via the Nirvana 1 departure, radar vector Tacoma, then if filed. On departure, climb maintain 2000, expect flight level 39010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency with Seattle is 120.4 and squawk 4767.
Alright, clear to John Wayne, Nevada 1, vectors Toma, climb, maintain 2000, expect 390, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 120.4, squawk 4767. This is Jet 569.
This is Jet 569, read that correct. Walker 380 at Iron, cleared ILS, runway 16 left approach.
At ILS, cleared ILS 16 left approach, Walker 3.
Thank you for your attention, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be giving the cabin lines for takeoff. 3 and 3 flights are located directly overhead. Fasten box direct flight.
Operation complete, set the parking brake. Disconnecting tow, stand by.
Alright, sorry about the boring. I stepped away to let my little dog back inside. A little hot outside for him to stay out there too long. Alright, got 2 good engines.
Nose disconnected, bypass pin's been removed. Hand signal on the right, which is all yours, Captain.
Get our current weather here. 30:15. Yep, good there. Weather is still the same. Rotate at 147.
Departures, contact, clearance, delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have
Rocket
information.
380, contact tower 119.05.
Oh, tower,
El Paso International Airport. Aegis information, Quebec. 1851 Zulu. Wind 010 at 14. Visibility 4. Rain. 1,200 scattered. 3,200 scattered. Ceiling 4.
Point tower, hill 1 on the ILS, 16 left.
Rocket 380, Salt Lake Tower, runway 16 left, winds 210 at 7, clear to land.
16 left, clear to land, Walker 3.
Make sure everything looks the way it's supposed to. El Paso ground, Allegiant 383 at the terminal, current with Quebec, ready to taxi, request runway for departure.
Allegiant 383, El Paso ground, runway 4, taxi via Alpha.
Runway 4 via Alpha, Allegiant 383, thanks. I have a slight left crosswind on departure. Switch to tower. Departure is 19.15. El Paso Tower, Allegiant 383, hold short, runway 4.
Allegiant 383, El Paso Tower, runway 4, wind 020 at 14, clear for takeoff.
Runway 4, clear for takeoff, Allegiant 383. Landing lights, strobes, just turn them on since visibility. And we'll leave the packs on just because we have 12,000 feet of runway, so no problem with getting off the ground here. Runway 4 is identified. Engines are stable and even. Click 68, SRS active. Airspeed's alive. Airspeed matches, cross check. Rotate. Positive right. Gear coming out. It's gonna hold this climb for a little bit longer.
Allegiant 383, contact departure.
Over to departure, Allegiant 383C. 1915. El Paso departure, Allegiant 383, coming via the Jaycox 2 departure, leaving 6,300 for 17,000.
Allegiant 383, El Paso departure, radar contact. Walker 380, taxi to Park Hotel to the ramp, you have next day. Monitor the street.
Walker Hotel to the ramp, Walker 30, thanks for the ATC and manage override.
contact Albuquerque Center 124.32.
124.32 for Albuquerque Center, Allegiant 383. Albuquerque Center, Allegiant 383. Going to be the JCOX 2, leaving 10,600 for 17,000.
Allegiant 383, Albuquerque Center, roger, climb maintain flight level 230.
Climb maintain flight level 230, Allegiant 383. And just go open climb, since there's no restrictions. And we need to be at least above 13,000 by here, so I was going to hold climb a little bit, put it to 275. And then we'll speed up to, once we reach 13, we'll speed up to 300 knots and climb from there. Busting out of this overcast layer here in a second. Real major storms. There's a little bit of rain here, but that's about the gist of it. Cabin rate's going up, so cabin's pressurized, all good to go. Thought that might make that go away. Alright, go standard, cross-checked.
Allegiant 383, contact center 134.6.
Albuquerque Center 134.6, Allegiant 383. 34.6. Albuquerque Center, Allegiant 383, flight level 196, climbing 230.
Allegiant 383, Albuquerque Center, roger, climb maintain flight level 280.
Climb maintain flight level 280, Allegiant 383. We're on our way. Tucson, Rival, Zuna, approach. Let me see what D8 has him doing right now. Tucson is still landing on the 11s. So we're going to go with RNAV Yankee. So it's 210, so I should probably put that there. You'll give me the proper top of descent and all that nonsense. It would have put it in there if I had entered in a transition, but since it's the first waypoint of the star that I entered without a transition, that's one thing with Toliss, you have to enter transitions if you want the published restriction on all the waypoints leading up to that initial, which is in this case Zuna. But everything after Zuna should be according to the chart, so sand should be 14 at 280. Yep, so everything's fine as far as that's concerned. I guess we scratched our windshield. With the wipers. Anywho, not much to see here, so I'll go ahead and pause the recording until we get to our cruising altitude. We'll do some ECAM checks and such. So see you in a minute. Alright, we have made it to our cruising altitude, so we're going to turn off our seatbelts. Do some ECAM checks. Elevation for our arrival airport is 2643, so that's good. Get out my web FMC on my iPad.
One limit form is approximately 25 miles north west of the Rock Springs VOR. We'd like to pick up I-4 to Jacksonville.
And we want to know about
One limit form, maintain VFR squawk 4313.
Tucson 2998. And
Agent 383 to set up pilot discretion, maintain flight level 240, report leaving flight level 280.
descent pilot discretion, maintain flight level 240, will report leaving 280, Allegiant 383. So we don't need the second flight plan anymore as far as engine outset, so we'll say
751 Lima uniform radar contact approximately 50 miles to the southeast of the Big Pine EVR sail team.
One Lima uniform is
we need to land
16,500.
on the opposite direction.
One Lima uniform, roger. Clear to Jackson Hole Airport. Via
RNAV,
direct
Yankee
IDECA,
29 right.
India Delta, Echo Charlie Alpha. Join Victor 328. Ibaka, that's Echo Bravo Alpha Charlie Alpha.
And
Direct
via
Mike Oscar Sierra Sierra Sierra.
29 right.
Then direct Denor VOR. And then direct climb and maintain flight level 200.
So it'd be from Jokum.
Lima uniform is clear
So
Jackson
insert
Hole
that.
Airport via direct DECA to 328. Okay, Moss, direct to Noir, direct. We're going to maintain 200.
One lane uniform, thank you, read back correct, unable direct IDECA.
Top
Able
of set,
direct to DECA, I'm going to advise on
1952
one lane uniform.
or so. So the only thing left to do is enter in our winds. So we'll do that when we get a tiny bit closer. And we'll start on our way down to flight level 240, at which point he may tell us to descend via. But we don't have a descend via the star yet, so we'll see what happens. See you in a minute.
One lane uniform, roger, change to my frequency 133.25.
133.25, one lane uniform.
Okay, we got our destination weather alert, so let's make sure this hasn't changed at all.
One lane uniform, so 133.25, Alpha 200.
One lane uniform, Salt Lake Center, thanks.
98, 34, 1422. So we're going to go to perf. 2998. Temperature 34. 130. We'll split it between 1422, so we'll say 19. And then our second perf. 2998. 34. 130. 19. Not gonna worry about a barrel or anything like that because we're not actually flying the approach. Alright. So about 20 miles, we'll start our top of descent. And we'll let him know that we're leaving our last assigned, which he actually instructed us to do anyway. Let the crew know. I suspect once I start my descent, it'll give us a descent via instruction. Tucson approach in the past has been 125.1. Doesn't mean it will be this time, but punch it in anyway.
This is Jet 569 Boeing, ground runway 14 right, taxi Alpha.
Alright, Zuna's fuel should be 2.6 or more. Had 2.9, so we are definitely ahead of schedule on fuel. And then we'll reset MCP for instructed 240. And we'll start our descent just before our top of descent to give him time to give us our descent via instruction, because I need to get out the approach request by sand. And we got 25 miles from Zuna to get in that request, so should not be an issue. So go ahead and start about 1,000 foot per minute descent here. Albuquerque Center, Legion 383 is leaving 280. I don't have to say what altitude I'm descending to because he knows that because he's the one that gave me.
383 contact Albuquerque Center on 124.32.
Albuquerque Center 124.32, Alicia 383.
Number 1 Lima Uniform Jackson, altimeter 3028, cross E Baca at and maintain 16,000.
Cross E Baca at maintain 16,000 3028, 1 Lima Uniform.
Albuquerque Center, Allegiant 383, flight level 261, descending 240.
Allegiant 383, Albuquerque Center, descend via the Zona, 1 arrival, Tucson, altimeter 2998.
Descend via the Zona, 1 arrival, 2998, Allegiant 383.
It's Jet 569 Boeing Tower, only 14 right, cleared
So
for
there you
takeoff,
go, we
wind
got our
907.
descent instructions. So we're still going to cross Zuna at flight level 210 because that's when they say descend via, they want you to descend via all these Opus restrictions. So we got to cross Zuna at flight level 210 and then sand at 280 knots at 14. You know it's at when there's a line above and below. If the line was below it, then you'd have to be above. If the line's above it, then you have to be below 14,000. So the lines are very, very important to know what they mean. So we should cross right at 210. Got a little bit of air brake in, make sure we hit that mark. We're actually below the profile, so I can take that out now. Should be good to go. And then, like I said, we got about 25 miles to sand. 24.7 DME to sand, which is where I want to start the approach from.
It's 703 on request, Emma.
25.
It's Jet 569 contact Seattle departure.
And if we don't get a handoff to approach by
Jet 569 Seattle departure,
10
contact.
miles before, I'll ask to pass on an approach request. Looks like D8 still has it at current information uniforms. All the weather and all that is correct. So we're looking at 29er. 9 or 8.
This Jet 569 flight heading 160 vectors Teoma, climb and maintain 7,000. Okay, 703 Seattle clearance, clear to Portland Airport, Seattle 8 departure, radar vectors Buzo that has filed, maintain 900,000, expect flight level 230 within 10 minutes. Departure frequency 120.4, squawk 7355.
Turn off the blower.
At 703, it was Buzo, was the waypoint. Radar vectors Buzo, then has filed rest your back correct. This Jet 569 label, direct Teoma, climb and maintain 15,000. Right, 72 Golf 56. Lead to 383, contact Tucson approach 125.1.
Tucson approach 125.1, Allegiant 383. Tucson approach, Allegiant 3D3, descend via the zone of 1 arrival, leaving 14,800. Current with uniform, request the RNAV Yankee, runway 11 left approach from sand.
Allegiant 383, Tucson approach at sand, cleared the RNAV Yankee, runway 11 left approach.
At sand, cleared RNAV Yankee, run 1 left approach, Allegiant 383. Alright, so now we can fly the approach. I was actually writing down that course heading from sand if I didn't get it in time. But we're golden, so we can actually follow that down to, let's see, 46.
This is Jet 569, contact Seattle Center 126.6.
26.6, this is Jet 569.
It's all good. Turn on our seatbelts.
This is Jet 569, Seattle Center, climb and maintain flight level 230. Right 72 Golf, contact Albuquerque Center 124.32.
Alright, so now we are on this hill. It's like 10,000 maximum, that Hapu.
Right 72 Golf, Albuquerque Center. The Bisbee altimeter 3012, set of power discretion, maintain 11,000.
Airport is over there.
Number 1, leave me informed, advise the data, say request.
It's like Tucson, I have to punch in. Runway information from the RNAV approach chart, which is 0.30, would be an RA approach, so come down here, we're going to go program, Tucson, 11 left, 0.3, GPS required performance there. 2998.
Sorry, say RNAV Yankee.
2947 is our borough reference. And otherwise everything else is good to go.
Board leave me uniform cross Moss at or above 14,000, cleared RNAV Yankee, runway 19 approach.
Cabin altitude is coming down, so we're good there.
This is Jet 569, contact Seattle Center 125.1.
We got 18.3.
This is Jet 569, Seattle Center, climb
For
and maintain
tower.
390.
And ground is 120.025. So that's changed from my notes. It used to be 124.4. Now it's 120.025. So that's why it's important to keep your nav data up to date, because frequencies change. If you're flying an ILS approach, the ILS information can change. Where did this come from? I guess there are scattered storms in the area, so probably pop out of it just as fast as we popped into it. This is Xplane 11 with kind of very old weather tech, but it does alright. I've got 3 weather programs I'm using currently for Xplane 11. Active Sky for my perfect winds and temperatures and altimeter settings and all that jazz. And then I use SkyMax Pro for my clouds, and a real world weather connector, which I leave on automatic, because if you put it on this, it works great if you use FS Global Real Weather, but if you don't use that Active Sky, it doesn't work right. So leave it here like you would with normal Xplane weather, and it works really well. And then I click this, never change visible weather, although that doesn't work as good as it should, but we'll take what we can get. Xplane 12 is coming a long way. I haven't flown it in a long time, but I think I'm fixing to update that. I've been waiting till I updated Windows, which I just did today, so be good to go. To add that there, I'm looking at 130 at 17, gusting at 25. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So it would be 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 130, 22. Temperature is 36. Otherwise, everything else remains the same. Turn on our lights.
Established final contact, Tucson Tower.
Established final contact tower, Allegiant 383. So final would be usually the final approach fix, which in this case is posted. So that's like 6 miles to the runway. So right before final approach fix, we'll do that, I guess.
VistaJet 569, contact Seattle Center 135.15, 3515.
Weather hasn't updated yet. It will though before I land. It's set to update every 5 minutes, so the winds and temperatures, everything should match. The main thing, the altimeter.
372 Golf 5 for cancellation is received. Remain this frequency for advisories.
It's like one of the longest approaches, I think, that I've ever flown. should be between 6,000 and 6,200 at Lipty. That.
They're 1 lane uniform, contact Jackson Tower.
Search the tower outside there.
075 1 lane uniform, Jackson Tower, runway 19er, clear to land.
19er, clear to land, 1 lane uniform.
Tucson Tower, Allegiant 383, establishing RNAV 11 measurement.
Allegiant 383, Tucson Tower, runway 11 left, clear to land.
11 left, clear to land, Allegiant 383.
0872 Golf Radar services terminated. Squawk V5, frequency change approved. Have a safe landing.
×3. Missed approach procedure is climb to 6,000 straight out, and then it'll be a right turn after that, as you can see. Approach altitude set. If we need to go missed, it'd be full throttle. Flaps, full throttle, gear up, flaps 3, and then we'll clean up as we climb away.
Uniform, we're clear up the ladder, looking at Jackson, Chester.
So 1 lane uniform, taxi to parking via Alpha. Have a wonderful day.
Alpha, you're good. 121 ready to move.
Wind is kind of gusty, but it's right down the runway, so I'm not gonna worry about doing a flaps 3 type of landing. Got the wind shear alert on, so don't need the weather radar anymore though. Alright, autopilot off. We're flying this puppy. I wish this plane had a HUD. That would be so nice. It's like my weather injector finally updated. Now properly showing the proper altimeter. It was 98, now it's 95. So winds 130 at 17. So a little gusty, but it's like literally right down the runway. One thing that might happen is a little bit of hard landing, but we got so much runway. I'm gonna see if I can flatten her out first.
Roger, 9703.
Good, 703 Seattle ground.
Reverse. Green. Indicated slowing.
Allegiant 383, exit left when able, taxi terminal via Alpha, monitor ground, have a great day.
Left turn, parking via Alpha, monitor ground, Allegiant 383, thanks you too. Alright, so that was 120.02. Pop that over to ground. Turn off those thingamabobbers. Turn that off. Brake fan. Looks like the windshield marks finally went away. Guess that's good. These guys are directing us into this gate. It's kind of cool. Gates are coming. Good.
of Sierra 7, ready to taxi.
Yeah, 703 Seattle ground, runway 16 left, taxi via Bravo Charlie.
Okay, 16 left, taxi at Bravo Charlie, United 703.
Alright, let's look at our A cars here. 130 feet per minute, we'll take that. So we got our credit, where credit is due. Disconnect from that. And do a quick replay here. It's one of the best landing views whoever made this airport really took into account landing this runway. It's super cool how he did that from basically just a ground, like you're standing there watching it instead of a tower view. And it's kind of like from the guys that are at the gate, like their viewpoint. You know what else I need to do? I need to update DCS because that had a big update the other day. So maybe I'll do that next. Alright guys, if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. It lets me know that you guys are watching it and you enjoy my material. If you want me to cover something in an upcoming video, you know, how to read a sit or a star, an approach or something like that. I'm not a professional pilot by any means, but this is what I do every day, so I feel pretty comfortable with most of it. Of course, always learning something new every day. That's why I love this hobby. It's never boring. As soon as you think you know it all, you don't. You'll experience something new every time. All right, y'all take care. See you next YouTube uploads. See ya.